Have you ever wondered how well you and a friend work together? Empower each other in order to survive Oxymoronic, an action fantasy themed couch co-op game. You play in first person to feel like you're in the thick of combat, and third person in the safety of the hub world. Players have skills which are divided into 3 skill trees. Offensive, such as a charge attack, defensive, such as a temporary defense boost, and support, such as a quick heal. However, you can only equip 3 skills at a time, and they have a cooldown which varies depending on the skill. Decide how you want your skills to affect gameplay. Do you want all offensive abilities but lack defense, or a combination of skills but lacking any specialization? You can work with your ally to create synergies, such as one of you taking on the role of a tank and the other a damage dealer. Using Fulcrum design, we hope to mitigate any balancing issues, but if by the first month we don't feel that the skills are balanced, we will limit to 3 skills per tree, allowing players to fully spec into one role they wish. The combat of this game feels sort of like Warhammer End Times Vermintide, with the difference of only one customizable class and the empowerment mechanic. This is the ability that allows players to use their skills. Only one player can be empowered at a time, while the other is stuck with basic combat such as attacking, blocking, dodging, and item usage. You must swap empowerment back and forth to survive. This is similar to the Lost Vikings, where you switch control of the Viking. However, since this is a 2-player game, it doesn't make the characters inactive, it just limits their skill usage. Player skills cost mana. However, your allies' abilities refuel your mana. Switching can be done from any distance, but both players must be able and willing to switch at the same time. When starting the empowerment, players cannot attack or move. If players are attacked while switching, the switch will fail, and for a time, neither player can use skills before empowerment returns to the original owner. You must decide when to switch by balancing the danger of the scenario, your mana pools, and the usefulness of your skills. Your goal is to defeat the dragon, and to do so you must level up by clearing dungeons, each one consisting of 2 missions and a lair. Missions have a few small objectives, like routing enemies or solving puzzles, where lairs have a single boss fight. In the levels, there will be hidden mini-challenges for extra loot. This will all come together to make the player feel powerful enough to defeat the dragon. While the scope of this game may seem large, we hope to mitigate this by making it linear. Starting with 3 dungeons, we scale this number based on how far along we are by the end of the first month and reevaluate by month 2. You must finish each dungeon in order. In between missions and lairs, you are returned to the hub world, where you can buy and sell gear such as weapons, helmets, and armor sets, each having an attack or defense stat, and, time permitting, unique buffs like flame resistance. This will contribute to the goal of making the player feel even more powerful. While in battle, you will face goblins, small enemies who rush the player in groups, orcs, who prefer one-on-one combat, drows, who fire arrows from a range, and trolls, who will absorb your mana and relinquish it upon death. The lair bosses are bigger, stronger, and equipped with a unique ability, like the ogre, who charges across the room, knocking the player aside on impact or running into a wall and stunning themselves. The player must adapt to their enemies, such as ducking from cover to cover to avoid drows' arrows or focusing the trolls to keep their mana. Let's take a look at a mission to see how players might conduct themselves. First, they must rout the enemy. Empowerment goes to player A, who enters the camp and spots 2 drows, 3 orcs, and a troll. Player A charges in and takes out the troll before heading to the back for the drows. In the meantime, B takes on the orcs. They swap empowerment so B can heal after taking out the orcs, while A finishes off the drow. They could also have had A use defensive abilities to tank the damage, while B followed behind, a safer, slower strategy. After wiping out the camp, they find a key that lets them release the imprisoned villagers. The mission is a success, and the players are brought back to the hub world, where they can gear up and move on to their next mission. This has been Project Oxymoronic. Thank you for watching.